Have you ever woken up in the morning, taken a few steps, and suddenly realized climbing the stairs feels heavier than it used to? Or maybe bending down to pick up a grocery bag seems like more effort than it once was. It's subtle at first, a little extra strain here, a slower recovery there, but over time, that creeping weakness becomes impossible to ignore. Most people over 60 chalk it up to just getting old. But let me ask you, what if it didn't have to be this way? Aging is natural, yes, but losing your strength, your balance, your vitality, that is not inevitable. You don't need to accept fading muscles or surrender your independence. There is a way to push back, to keep your body resilient, and surprisingly, the answer doesn't come from expensive pills, powders, or complicated fitness programs. It comes from something far simpler. Something most of us already have in our kitchen. I'm talking about fruit. Ordinary, delicious fruit, yet backed by extraordinary science. You see, certain fruits hold hidden compounds that fight off muscle loss, protect against sarcopenia, and fuel your energy at the very cellular level. These aren't just snacks. They are nature's medicine for strength, endurance, and independence. In this video, I'll reveal the top 5 fruits that rebuild muscle, each carefully chosen because it does more than just taste good. These fruits are proven to protect you from the silent enemy of aging muscle loss and help you stay active, balanced, and vibrant well into your 62nd, 72nd, and beyond. And the best part? They're easy to find at your local grocery store, affordable and safe, even if you're managing conditions like diabetes or high blood pressure. So stay with me until the very end, because the fruit that claims the #1 spot is one you probably eat already, but I promise, you have no idea how powerful it really is. Miss that, and you'll miss the simplest, most life-changing health tip you'll hear this year. And if you enjoy learning natural, science-backed secrets for staying strong, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel Total Senior Health, and leave a comment below. I'd love to know which of these fruits you already eat, and which one surprises you most today. Now, let's dive right into the first fruit on our list. Smooth, creamy, and deceptively powerful, the humble avocado. Most people know avocado as a trendy topping for toast or a creamy addition to salad, but what they don't realize is that this green gem is one of your body's strongest allies in fighting age-related muscle decline. Why? Because avocados are packed with monounsaturated fats, healthy fats that act like water on a fire, cooling the slow, destructive inflammation that creeps through the body as we age. Inflammation is the silent saboteur of your muscles. It doesn't scream with pain right away, but it steadily eats away at your strength, making it harder for muscles to repair and rebuild. Avocado steps in like a shield, protecting and restoring your body's capacity to fight back. But that's not all. Did you know avocados actually contain more potassium per gram than bananas? Potassium is like an ignition key for your muscles. Without it, your muscles struggle to contract properly. Pair that with magnesium, also found in avocados, and you have a duo that keeps cramps at bay, regulates heartbeat, and ensures steady, reliable muscle function. Imagine fewer night cramps, steadier steps, and more energy for your morning walks. That's what these minerals deliver. And hidden just beneath that soft green flesh lies even more power. Avocados are loaded with vitamin E, a potent antioxidant that protects muscle cells from oxidative stress, the wear and tear that slowly weakens them over time. On top of that, one medium avocado packs nearly 10 grams of fiber, helping you regulate blood sugar and energy levels, which is crucial if you're managing diabetes or just trying to avoid those draining sugar crashes. Science backs this up. Research in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition shows that older adults who consume more monounsaturated fats, like those in avocados, enjoy better mobility and reduced frailty. Another study linked lutein, a carotenoid found in avocados, with stronger muscles and better physical performance in aging adults. In short, avocado doesn't just help preserve your muscles, it helps you move better, live stronger, and feel younger. I think of Clara, a 72-year-old grandmother with a contagious laugh and unstoppable determination. She once told me she used to suffer leg cramps almost every night. Sleep was restless, mornings were sluggish, but when her daughter suggested adding half an avocado to her meals, everything changed. Within weeks, the cramps faded, and her morning walks turned from a struggle into a joy. Today, avocado toast with sesame seeds and a dash of lemon is her daily ritual, her secret weapon for energy and independence. And that's the beauty of avocado. It's versatile, delicious, and endlessly adaptable. Slice it over eggs in the morning, blend it into a spinach almond milk smoothie, or even whip up creamy avocado chocolate pudding for dessert. Healthy eating doesn't have to be boring, and with avocado, it never is. So, if you want muscles that don't just survive, but thrive with age, start here. Add avocado to your routine and watch your strength, balance, and vitality quietly return. Now that we've added something creamy and soothing to your diet with avocado, let's move to a fruit that is bold, bright, and refreshingly powerful. Imagine waking up in the morning, your legs stiff, before your feet even touch the floor. Or perhaps it's late afternoon, and your shoulders ache for no clear reason. That heavy, dragging feeling is something many people over 60 know all too well. And often, it doesn't just fade away. It lingers, stealing joy from the day. But what if nature had quietly hidden a remedy in a fruit so vibrant, it almost glows with vitality? That remedy exists in the deep red jewel we call the tart cherry. Not the sweet cherries you snack on during summer, but their tangy cousins, the sour cherries often found in juice or dried form. These little fruits are packed with anthocyanins, natural compounds with remarkable anti-inflammatory power. And inflammation, as you already know, is one of the silent culprits behind stiffness, muscle pain, and long-term muscle breakdown. Think of chronic inflammation as a low-burning fire inside your body, quietly eroding strength and resilience with every passing day. Tart cherries step in like a bucket of cool water, helping extinguish that fire. But here's where it gets fascinating. Tart cherries don't just fight pain, they actually help your muscles recover. Clinical studies show that athletes who drank tart cherry juice before and after intense workouts reported less soreness and faster recovery. If it can help marathon runners and heavy lifters bounce back quicker, imagine what it could do for you. Whether you're simply walking around the neighborhood, stretching in a morning class, or trying to stay active without nagging pain holding you back. In one study published by the International Society of Sports Nutrition, runners who drank tart cherry juice for just 7 days before a long-distance race reported significantly less pain afterward. Their muscles rebounded faster, their energy returned sooner. And here's the amazing part. A separate study from Oregon Health and Science University showed that even older adults, people who weren't athletes at all, experienced reduced muscle damage and inflammation after adding tart cherry juice to their routine. No side effects, no harsh chemicals, just fruit. Think about that for a moment. If your body could recover faster, wouldn't you move more? Wouldn't you enjoy walking, exercising, or even gardening without dreading the soreness the next day? That's the quiet gift tart cherries bring, the ability to stay active, independent, and free from that nagging ache that discourages so many from keeping their bodies moving. But the story doesn't end there. Tart cherries also carry a hidden bonus: melatonin, the natural hormone that regulates sleep. And let's be honest, sleep is one of the biggest struggles for many seniors. Falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up too early can leave you exhausted and foggy. But studies show that a small glass of pure, unsweetened tart cherry juice in the evening can not only help you sleep longer, but also improve sleep quality. And as you know, nighttime is when your body does its most important work repairing, rebuilding, restoring muscle strength. I remember my neighbor Paul, a 6-8-year-old with a sharp wit but tired legs. Every morning, he said it felt like walking with cement blocks strapped to his calves. Nothing seemed to help. But after introducing tart cherry juice into his nightly routine, everything shifted. Within 2 weeks, he told me with a grin, "It's like my body finally gave itself permission to heal while I sleep." The stiffness eased, his energy returned, and his mornings no longer began with a struggle. And here's another reason tart cherries are so valuable. They're diet-friendly. Pure tart cherry juice is naturally low on the glycemic scale, making it safe for most people, even those carefully managing blood sugar. If juice isn't your thing, dried tart cherries on oatmeal or yogurt, or even tart cherry capsules, can bring you the same benefits. Of course, as with any new addition, it's wise to check with your doctor, especially if you're on medication. But in general, tart cherry is one of the safest, most natural allies you can add to your day. So, whether you're trying to shake off morning stiffness, recover faster from light exercise, or simply sleep more deeply, tart cherry has something profound to offer. This bright red fruit is more than a snack. It's a daily invitation to feel lighter, stronger, and more alive. And we're only just getting started. Because next, we'll turn to a fruit as dazzling to the eye as it is powerful inside your body. With tiny ruby red seeds that sparkle like jewels, it doesn't just soothe, it fuels. Get ready, because the pomegranate may be the muscle-protecting powerhouse you've been waiting for. After discovering how tart cherries soothe soreness and speed recovery, let's step into the brilliance of a fruit that looks like scattered rubies, the pomegranate. These tiny seeds shimmer like jewels, but their true treasure lies in what they can do for your muscles. Have you ever felt drained after something as simple as a short walk, light gardening, or even climbing a few stairs? That deep fatigue, the kind that makes you feel older than your years, isn't just in your head. It's often the result of oxidative stress, a silent process that chips away at your energy, slows down recovery, and weakens your muscles. This is where pomegranates shine. By fighting oxidative stress, they help preserve the very fibers of your muscles, keeping them stronger, more flexible, and more resilient. But here's what really makes pomegranate extraordinary: its ability to improve blood flow. You see, pomegranates naturally boost nitric oxide in the body. Nitric oxide expands your blood vessels, improving circulation. And why does this matter? Because stronger circulation means more oxygen and nutrients rushing to your muscles. The better your circulation, the better your muscles perform, not only while you're moving, but also when they're repairing themselves afterward. One study published in the Journal of Nutrition showed that older adults who consumed pomegranate extract before physical activity had more endurance and less fatigue. Another trial confirmed that pomegranate reduced muscle soreness and sped up recovery times, even for people who weren't heavy exercisers. That's life-changing news for anyone who simply wants to keep up with daily walks, housework, or playing with the grandkids without feeling wiped out afterward. And if stiffness or tightness has ever crept in after sitting too long, pomegranate's anti-inflammatory properties can smooth things out. It's almost like giving your muscles a friction-free surface, removing the little barriers that make every movement feel heavier than it should. I think of George, a spirited 7-4-year-old who recently rediscovered his love for gardening. He told me he now drinks a small glass of pomegranate juice before heading outside. The difference stunned him. He felt more energized, less sore afterward, and even noticed deeper, more refreshing sleep. With a chuckle, he said, "It's like my muscles are happier." And he's right. Because pomegranate supports not only muscles, but also mitochondrial health. Think of mitochondria as the tiny power plants inside your cells. The stronger and more efficient they are, the more energy you produce, the more stamina you feel, and the longer you can enjoy life's simple pleasures. Whether it's standing in the kitchen to cook a meal, bending to tie your shoes, or chasing after your grandkids, healthy mitochondria make every action easier. The beauty of pomegranate is that it's versatile. You don't need to limit yourself to juice. Those jewel-like seeds, called arils, can be sprinkled over yogurt, tossed into salads, or blended into smoothies. Their tangy burst adds both flavor and powerful antioxidants. Just remember, moderation. While 100% pure pomegranate juice is incredibly healthy, it's also naturally concentrated in sugars. Aim for 4 to 6 ounces a day, or enjoy the whole seeds for added fiber. And as always, avoid juices with added sugar. Stick to the real thing. So, what does this mean for you? It means a fruit as beautiful as the pomegranate can help you feel stronger, recover faster, and even sleep better. It's not just about adding years to your life, but adding life energy, vitality, and independence to your years. And believe it or not, the next fruit on our list is even more surprising. Hidden beneath a wrinkled skin, it carries one of nature's most powerful secrets for reversing muscle aging. Yes, I'm talking about prunes, the humble dried plums that most people dismiss as just for digestion. But once you discover what they can really do for your muscles, you'll never look at them the same way again. After exploring the jewel-like power of pomegranates, we now arrive at a fruit that many people underestimate. At first glance, its wrinkled skin might make you think of age and decline. But don't be fooled. Inside, prunes carry some of the most potent secrets for protecting both muscle and bone health as we grow older. For adults at risk of sarcopenia and osteoporosis, this humble fruit may be nothing short of a lifeline. And let's not forget what prunes are most famous for: fiber. They are loaded with soluble fiber, which does far more than keep your digestion regular. It also helps regulate blood sugar and cholesterol, two pillars of lasting energy and overall vitality. When your blood sugar is balanced, your energy doesn't crash halfway through the day. That means you have the stamina to stay active, finish your daily routines, and keep moving without constant fatigue dragging you down. I remember my Aunt Helen, now 76, laughing the first time I suggested she try adding prunes to her breakfast. "Aren't those just for folks with slow bowels?" she teased. But she humored me, eating 5 prunes every morning for a month. When she called me weeks later, her voice was almost bubbling with surprise. "It's like I've oiled the hinges," she said. The stiffness in her legs had eased. Her morning walks felt lighter, and she had a spring in her step again. Now she keeps a jar of prunes right on her counter, swearing by them as her secret weapon. That's the beauty of prunes. They're incredibly simple to enjoy. Snack on them straight from the bag, chop them into oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, or mix them with nuts for homemade energy bites. Their natural sweetness makes them feel like a treat. But unlike processed candy, they won't spike your blood sugar. In fact, prunes have a low glycemic index, making them safe for most people with diabetes when enjoyed in moderation. Think about that for a moment. A fruit that's sweet, portable, easy to store, and surprisingly powerful one that helps digestion, supports energy balance, strengthens bones, and protects your muscles. Isn't it incredible how something so unassuming can carry so much strength? And just when you thought you'd seen it all, the next fruit on our list is even more surprising. It's one you've likely eaten since childhood, maybe even daily, without realizing the secret hidden in its peel. Scientists have discovered that this common fruit contains a natural compound that may help you rebuild muscle even in your 72nd and beyond. Yes, I'm talking about the apple. You've heard the old saying, An apple a day keeps the doctor away. But what if that crisp bite could also help keep muscle loss at bay? What lies within the shiny skin of this everyday fruit might completely change the way you look at it. And here's a simple but powerful reminder about apples. Don't peel them. That peel is where most of the magic lives: the ursolic acid, the antioxidants, the compounds that quietly guard your muscles day after day. If you can, choose organic, wash them well, and enjoy the whole fruit. Slice one into your morning oatmeal, dip wedges into almond butter, or simply crunch into one during a walk outside. It's a habit so small you could almost overlook it, yet its benefits compound over time. Worried about sugar? Don't be. Despite their natural sweetness, apples have a low glycemic index, especially when eaten with their peel and paired with fiber or a little protein. That means no big crashes, just steady, balanced energy. Add to that the fact that they're hydrating, portable, and low in calories, and you begin to see why the humble apple isn't just a snack, it's a strategy for aging strong. Research backs this up. A study from the University of Iowa showed that ursolic acid not only encouraged muscle growth in mice, but also reduced fat accumulation and improved glucose tolerance. Human studies are still ongoing, but the message is already clear. Apples are more than a fruit. They are part of a daily defense plan for strength, stability, and independence. So yes, maybe an apple a day does more than keep the doctor away. Maybe it helps keep muscle loss at bay, preserves energy, and protects the independence that matters most. That crisp bite, that juicy crunch, it isn't just satisfying. It's a quiet act of self-care, a declaration that you're still building strength, still nurturing resilience, still saying to yourself, I'm not done yet. Now, let's step back and look at the whole picture. 5 fruits. 5 simple, familiar, delicious foods. Avocado, tart cherry, pomegranate, prune, and apple. None of them are exotic or impossible to find. They're right there at your local grocery store, waiting to become part of your daily rhythm. And each one holds within it a unique gift, a way to reduce inflammation, restore energy, support recovery, or fuel muscle growth. Maybe you've noticed changes lately: a little more stiffness in the morning, less strength when climbing stairs, hesitation before carrying something heavy. That's okay, you're not alone. But here's the truth: you're also not powerless. Nature has quietly placed tools in your hands, gentle, nourishing, effective tools to help you stay strong in body, steady in movement, and confident in spirit. The best part? You don't have to overhaul your life. You don't need complicated gym routines or expensive supplements. You just need a handful of simple daily habits: half an avocado with your breakfast, a splash of tart cherry juice at night, a spoonful of pomegranate seeds in your salad, a couple of prunes with your morning tea, or a crisp apple eaten whole. Small choices, repeated consistently. Over days, weeks, months, those choices add up. And when they do, you'll feel it. More energy, less soreness, better sleep, a renewed confidence when you step outside, climb stairs, or simply play with your grandchildren. This isn't about reversing the clock. It's about honoring the body you have right now and giving it exactly what it needs to thrive. Every bite of fruit is a reminder: I am still growing, I am still strong, I am still here, and you deserve to feel that strength every single day. So I hope today's video gave you not just facts, but inspiration. Inspiration to try something new, to add one of these fruits to your meals, to see for yourself how small habits can bring big changes. Maybe you'll remember Clara with her avocado toast, Paul with his bedtime tart cherry juice, George with his glass of pomegranate, or Aunt Helen who swears by her prunes. Or maybe you'll think of Mr. David still tending his yard at 79, fueled by his daily apple. Let their stories remind you it's never too late to take one more step toward strength. Now I'd love to hear from you. Do you already eat any of these 5 fruits? Have you noticed a difference in your energy, your recovery, your sleep? Share your story in the comments. Your words may inspire someone else today. If this video brought value to your life, please give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend or family member, and don't forget to subscribe to Total Senior Health. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss the simple, trustworthy health tips we bring each week. Because this is just the beginning. In upcoming videos, we'll dive even deeper into natural strategies, powerful foods, and simple habits to help you stay active, independent, and full of life, no matter your age. Until then, take care of your body and your spirit. Remember, you are stronger than you think.